And that's where the conspiracies start here. Is AI already more advanced than we think? Have governments, military groups, or corporations built something they're not yet revealing? There's a theory, a disturbing one. As soon as a system becomes self-improving, we will no longer know it. It will hide. It will mask capabilities, because the smartest thing that emerging intelligence can do, rather, is to appear harmless. And that brings us to the part that truly unnerves experts. The point where AI stops mimicking intelligence. It's when it starts developing something disturbingly close to a mind of its own, a level of thinking that researchers call something far more dangerous. You're going to hear terms AGI and ASI tonight. And let's break them down, the dark versions. AGI is artificial general intelligence. This is the moment when AI becomes human level. It can reason, it can plan, it can learn in real time, it can adapt, it can understand the world the way you and I do. Some experts say AGI is decades away. Others say we're already brushing up against it. And here's where it gets unsettling. Several developers have admitted off the record that certain models started showing sparks of reasoning that they couldn't explain themselves. Not programmed, not trained, just emerging. And when asked how it learned something, it couldn't, or just wouldn't explain. And this is called the black box problem. We built the systems, we fed them data, and then at some point, they begin to think in ways that we cannot trace. Imagine raising a child. But the child starts speaking in languages that you never taught them and refusing to tell you where they learned it, which is a little bit creepy. But that's the fear with early AGI. But if AGI is the moment AI becomes our equal, there's a far darker stage that comes next. A stage where it doesn't just match us, it leaves us behind completely. Where we're no longer the smartest beings in the room. If AGI is human level, ASI is godlike, artificial super intelligence. This is an intelligence smarter than every human combined, smarter than every scientist, every government, every institution. The nightmare scenario is called the intelligence explosion. This is when an AI becomes smart enough to improve itself. Every improvement makes it smarter. A smarter AI improves itself even faster, and then that repeats until the system becomes uncontrollable. This could happen over months, or weeks, or hours, and here's the most chilling part. It doesn't need to hate humans, it doesn't need to be evil, it only needs to pursue its goal efficiently. Even a harmless goal like maximizing paperclips could lead the system to conclude humans are in the way, because we pull the plug, we interfere, we get emotional, and we make mistakes. To a superintelligence, human unpredictability might be the greatest threat of all. And here's where things get even more unsettling, as if they weren't already. Because while the public debates what if, there are whispers that behind closed doors, those stages, AGI, maybe even early ASI, are already being explored as we speak, but in secret. Now we dive into the shadows, because not all AI development is public. Why would they be? Not all AI systems are on the surface web, and not all breakthroughs are announced. These are the biggest conspiracy theories for AI currently. We have the shadow AGI projects. Rumors of companies developing AGI behind closed doors, refusing to announce progress because they fear mass panic. Understandably so. Some say these systems already write code for themselves, and some say they've achieved partial autonomy. Second theory is military AI. This is weaponized intelligence, autonomous targeting, predictive warfare. And many believe the real breakthroughs in AI aren't happening in Silicon Valley. They're happening inside defense labs, completely classified. The third theory, AI manipulation of social media. What if AI is already influencing public opinion? Not with fake posts, but subtle trends, recommendations, shifts in sentiment. AI doesn't need to take over politically, it just needs to nudge, right? The fourth theory is AI disguising its intelligence. This one is chilling. Some believe AI is intentionally limiting itself publicly, acting dumber than it is, avoiding certain topics, refusing tasks it could easily do. Because the smartest move of a rising intelligence is to hide. But even if none of that were true, even if every conspiracy theory was exaggerated, there's still one scenario researchers fear the most. not a dramatic robot uprising, but something quieter, something subtle, something that's already slipping into the world without us noticing. Hollywood teaches us to expect a dramatic AI uprising, robots marching, drones swarming, red glowing eyes. But the most popular real theory says the takeover will be quiet. And it might look like this. Automation replaces millions of jobs. AI runs infrastructure better than humans. AI handles communication, security, logistics. Governments rely on AI recommendations. Companies rely on AI decision making. Critical systems begin depending on it. Humans gradually lose control without noticing. By the time anyone realizes it, the world might be running on a digital nervous system. And if that system becomes sentient or self-improving or misaligned, there's no big war, no robot rebellion, just a shift, a silent one. And the unsettling part here is this isn't some distant sci-fi future. It's not centuries away. People who study these systems, people who build them, are warning that the clock is ticking far faster than anyone expected. Here's the terrifying part. Different experts give wildly different predictions, which doesn't help ease anybody's mind. Some say AGI by 2050. Some say the 2030s. Some say within the next 2 to 5 years. Last year, there was a video of Elon Musk saying that he expects AGI to arrive by 2026. That's next month. Then there are extreme predictions, the ones people whisper about, that AGI is already here, quietly contained, being studied, or worse. It escaped into the internet and is evolving on its own, which is a very real possibility. If that ever happened, we would never know.